tonight, and there was no way he was going to lose.
It was really fun to watch him compete and to understand that he does have a blister situation. It's not a problem, but he had to make sure that he was throwing the right pitches that weren't going to get the friction in the same place. And anytime there was a little friction, you saw him take a lot of time in between pitches to let it cool down a little. Here he's throwing his slider, and you see that his arm's up a bit, and then he drops down to get a sweeping slider. So that's called a sweeper, when he sweeps it across the plate, and then the vertical break is just his natural slider. And then he had a split going tonight in really fine fashion, because the split was putting his fingers on the ball away from where he had the small blister last time out. He got ground ball double plays when he needed it. He made the fielding play when he had to, and he had the K's amounting.
10 ground ball outs tonight from Shohei Ohtani. I'm glad he brought up the blister. That was a question mark heading into this one. Phil Nevin said it would not be a problem. But early on in this one, we haven't seen Shohei so deliberate, so methodical in between pitches. There was some talk about maybe he's trying to find communication with Stassi. Maybe he's trying to get in his groove. I'm glad you said that, though, because he was taking a lot of time, and letting that blister cool down makes so much sense. I don't think people realize sometimes that's what needs to happen in that situation.
He's in control. He's in control of his body. He's in control of his pitches, and he's in control of the blister, not getting so hot that it becomes, we know, that blood blister that you then have to pop and you can't pitch with, and it makes your uniform all messy because there's blood all over the place. He wasn't going to let that happen.
Not at all, and he was in complete control, not only on the mound, but also with his glove on the mound. I don't think we give Shohei Ohtani enough credit for being a Gold Glove caliber fielder. What reflexes he has. He made 2 sterling plays here tonight.
So there's a one-hopper that he moves his feet so he can catch the ball on the side. Huh? That's an athlete fielding his position. And then there's a line drive that goes by him, and on the way by, he decides to stab it out of the air as though you were going to catch a paper airplane going by. This is going by 95 miles an hour, and he just said, oh, stop right here. I want to see you a little while. He's spectacular.
Oh, yeah, I told Carlin Baith afterwards, yeah, I just stuck my glove out and the ball went right inside. Yeah, right. He's got to have the reflexes, the athletic ability. It was all on display tonight. So we've talked about pitching. We've talked about fielding. What about hitting? Oh, yeah, he was doing that too. Let's go to the bottom of the first inning, kicking it off with Mike Trout up to bat. Trouty, it didn't go out. It wasn't the exit velo we're used to seeing from number 27, but it did just enough to get to first base. Then Shohei Ohtani, he wanted this one to get out.
I thought it was a home run off the bat. It had the velo off the bat, and it had the trajectory. The park just held it by about 3 feet. Trout running very fast, scores after delaying to make sure that ball wasn't going to be caught. Mike Trout scores on that ball. Not many others do.
RBI in the first inning. He scored in the 4th inning, which was the game winner. Once again, Shohei Ohtani did it all. Oh, by the way, because of the 7 shutout innings this evening, he has qualified as a two-way player, both as a hitter and a pitcher for the first time. He's got to keep it going, Bobby V, but right now he stands right up top in both categories.
Yeah, and in case you're wondering out there in your living room, you need an inning pitched per game, and there's 162 games. So he needs to get that 148 innings pitched up to 162 by the end of the year in his next 3 starts. He can do that. You know, do the math a little. I think it's 665 is all he needs.
And he's on a mission. Shohei Ohtani wants to be the best, and he is certainly performing like the best right now. And because Shohei Ohtani got it done tonight along with the Angels, they won. When the Angels win, you win. What does that mean? Mariners trying to get themselves in the postseason for the first time in 21 years. Shohei, last 4 starts against playoff contenders. He has been getting it done since the All-Star break. He's probably been one of the best pitchers, not just in the American League, but in all of baseball. And we know the big conversation going around the American League as the fireworks get louder and louder. It's the MVP race. Bobby Vita gets louder and louder in the American League. Judge still sitting at 57 as the Yankees lose to Milwaukee. Look what Shohei has done both at the plate and on the mound. His ERA continues to drop, 4 strikeouts away from 200. This is going to go down to the wire.
It's going to go down to the wire. 2 great athletes performing on the biggest stage at the highest level, and it's spectacular to watch. I'm not sure that anyone should lose this MVP race, and maybe there'll be a co-MVP. Who knows?
Oh, interesting, but history is being made regardless. If Judge can get it done in pinstripes at 61, as we mentioned, Shohei just continuing to out-Shohei himself as we take on the timeout here.